What is going on, everyone? Greatest Hits here. Hope everyone is having an awesome day. If not, I hope this video makes your day and you enjoy it. So today this video is going to be about obviously the car, but I had it for about a little over 6 months. 6 months. To be honest with you, this is the longest I've ever had a sports car and a V8 vehicle in general. Most of the cars that I had were V6 cars, and I did have the Charger, which was a V8, but I only had that thing 4 months. I drove it for 3 months, it broke down, and within another month or so, I sold the car. Owning this car for 6 months has been a blast, although I've been running into some electrical issues with the lights down here, like the turn signal bulbs and the sockets. I had to rewire them and get new bulbs for them. I'm still having issues with it because every time I turn the turn signal on, it doesn't want to flicker or anything. The rear tail lights, I had to change out like 2 or 3 bulbs on this side, and then I think a bulb on this side and that side for the reverse lights. Other than that, I changed out the brakes. As you guys know, I did all 4 brand new brakes about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. They're still looking pretty decent. They've broken in pretty well. I did this driver's side light assembly. I replaced the airflow sensor. I replaced the NOx sensors, gaskets on the intake manifold. I replaced that as well. I've also replaced the driver's side motor because the window wouldn't go up half the time. So like if I use this driver's side window too much, it will go down and it will not go back up for like a day, and then it'll start working again because I would have to bang on this door to lift it back up again. But I recently replaced the motor so the window can go up and down a lot easier, and it functions really well now. I've also replaced these wiper blades because the other ones were crap and they just weren't wiping really well. So I got these Rain-X. So I still need to, I don't know if I told you guys this, but I still need to replace the motor for this driver's side headlight. It doesn't pop up automatically because the motor's probably out and I have to replace it. There's also some wiring underneath the motor too that's kind of messed up, so I'm gonna have to fix that as well. But this side pops up just fine. As you guys know as well, I've also replaced this passenger side tail light assembly right here. License plate RKT Bird. I replaced that a few months ago as well. And there's a lot more to come with this car. It's just a process right now. The first thing I'm going to do though, next year, is get the motor to run right, tune it. That way it's not running rich anymore and it doesn't shake and misfire a lot whenever I'm driving for a really, really long time. I say about 2 hours or longer, it'll start to do that. Next thing I plan on doing is replacing the sway bar links and the bar itself on the front and rear. They're starting to squeak and go bad as well. I do need to replace in the front the where the rack and pinion is at. It's leaking out grease and I'm gonna need a gasket for that. So I'm gonna replace that. Front tie rod ends, and then after that, guys, I'm gonna put some drag radials on it, put some front runners in the front, skinny front runners, and 275 drag radials in the back. I already have 275s at all four corners of the car. In the front too. The car is a blast to drive, guys. It really is. Like, you have a car that is like unique and different, and you can kind of show out a little bit and, you know, drive it to its full potential. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, because like it is something to really enjoy and have fun, especially on the weekends or when you're at a track. And I have a ton of people actually come up to me, whether I'm parking on, you know, the Walmart parking lot, and, you know, I might see one guy walk up to me, hey, I used to have a Trans Am. I've heard a lot of stories, especially when I was at the car show. Guys would come up to me and say, hey, that's a nice Trans Am, it's beautiful. You know, that's like the first thing that everybody says, it's beautiful, which it really is. You know, white and blue is like perfect on this car, in my opinion. Whether if it's not running at its best, or if it is, it legitimately is a very reliable car. It took me all the way to Tupelo, Mississippi, and back down to Madison, Mississippi. And I haven't really had any problems with the car at all, other than it running rich and, you know, kind of shaking and whatnot, but nothing too crazy. It didn't shut down on me or broke anything. So LS engines are pretty dang reliable, and they are put into everything that you can imagine. Jeeps, trucks, cars, Mustangs, Chargers, whatever. They make great power. Also, I want to show you guys something. Well, I'm actually going to tell you guys something, but this car is originally from Florida. How do I know that? Well, I didn't go to Kelley Blue Book or anything like that. I looked in the manual, and I've noticed that there's been some previous purchases of like oil changes and stuff like that from Florida inside the Pontiac Firebird manual. And I've also noticed a insurance card on it too. And I'm not gonna show the address or anything, because I don't want you guys going down to this man's house or woman. But it was an insurance card from 2005. I found this out about a week ago when I was just kind of going through my car and going through the glove box and whatnot, because I haven't really looked at the manual when I bought the car. But yeah, that was a shocker when I found that out. And I've also replaced a bulb on this side of the fog light. I know this car is looking really dirty. I don't like it when my cars are dirty within a certain amount of time for too long. I washed the car like 5 days ago, but it's dirty again. It's hard to keep a white car clean, you know. I've also replaced the bracket inside this driver's side mirror. Changing the oil on this car is really easy. The oil plug is right next to the oil filter, so it's very convenient. I've also replaced the AC drive belt. That was a bit of a challenge, but it wasn't really hard. It's just I didn't go from underneath and got the belt because you can't really get it from up top. The car has been good to me. I have had some challenges within half a year, 6 months owning the car. This car will be going to the track soon. I don't know when, maybe sometime later this month or next month or maybe next year, but it's really cold out and I don't think anybody wants to race in 30-40 degree weather. Also, I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I know I'm thankful for this car. I'm thankful for my family that actually, to be honest with you, helped me buy this car. I had most of the money, but out of their kind heart, they actually helped me buy this car. This would never happen. None of these new videos that you guys see of the new car on the channel will ever happen if it wasn't for them. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yeah, greatest hits.